craze.
Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan T here, and welcome to another bone-chilling episode of Saturday Night Horror Theater. Alright, ghouls and gals, let's get right the fuck to it, because it's fucking hot in here, and I know you ghouls and gals want to know what I thought about Fear Street 1666. That's right, tonight we're reviewing Fear Street 1666. Satan. Alright, ghouls and gals, Fear Street 1666 follows the Fear Street trilogy of films that have premiered this month on Netflix, and I honestly have to say I really enjoyed the fuck out of all these movies. The first one was a straight up like Scream style slasher, with the second one, 1978, being kind of like a Jason sort of slasher within that same vein of like the 70s style of like those kind of horror films, and then the third one kind of takes a different approach and like isn't really a slasher film at all until like the second half of the film, which is Fear Street 1994 Part 2. So you kind of get two movies in one in this movie, which I think is kind of cool. I like the way that they broke up these films and they kind of made them like kind of like episodes to a TV show. I like how they made it like episodic. They kind of did it like how Back to the Future did it at the movie theater back in the day, where they had like the first one came out, or like The Matrix, like the first one came out, then the second one came out, and then like the second one and third one like coincided with each other. So that's kind of what they did with this film here, and I really enjoyed that they did that. And I also enjoyed kind of the storyline of this film, and we kind of get the full scope of Fear Street and what it's actually about. And we find out that well, before I get into that, I should probably let y'all know that there's gonna be some serious fucking spoilers ahead, so you ghouls and gals better tune the fuck in. And just so you know, spoilers ahead, motherfuckers. Alright, what we find out in the film is that Sarah Fear, after all, isn't the entity that's been taking a hold of the entire Shady Side town, which is the town that is represented in these films, where like if y'all haven't seen the films, everything shitty happens in Shady Town. Everybody gets killed in Shady Town, everybody gets in fucking accidents, everybody's life's all fucking shitty, everything's all fucked up in Shady Town.
In Shady Side, we're all cursed.
And all of the people jokingly blame it on like, oh, it's the curse of Sarah Fear, they cursed this land and stuff like that, and it's like a joke to everybody, you know what I mean? Like nobody believes it because like, oh, you know, witches, who the fuck believes in that kind of shit? And what we come to find out in the third film's Fear Street 1666, that is a whole fucking mouthful for a movie. But yeah, what we come to find out is that Sarah Fear is actually a fucking victim, and Solomon Good, who is a ancestor to Nick Good, Sheriff Nick Good, who has at this point been kind of a protagonist in the film. He's been helping out our two leads in the film, Dina and I think her name is Samantha, the other one. And so she's been helping them out. And up until this point, we thought that Nick Good was a good guy, but it turns out good is evil, as they say in the fucking movie, because Nick Good and his family are a bunch of fucking evil motherfuckers. They've been sacrificing fucking people throughout Shady Side just to keep Sunnyvale, which is the neighboring town, like, you know, on the up and up, and keep everybody wealthy and keep everybody fucking fed and everybody fucking happy and shit. Meanwhile, this other town is in like fucking poverty and shit, and like I said, everybody's life is like utter fucking shit because of this fucking curse. And we come to find out that fucking old Good family is doing fucking nefarious fucking things behind closed doors, and they're also like occultists and fucking Satanists, and it all goes back to the year 1666, which this film, like I said, it splits it up into two parts, and the first part is the actual story of Sarah Fear, because the second film, Fear Street 1978, ends on kind of a cliffhanger. You see Dina kind of put her hand into where Sarah Fear is buried, and some of her blood hits on her hand, and she kind of goes like and then she gets kind of like not transported back into the past, but she kind of goes into a trance, and she starts like seeing like visions of what actually fucking happened. And and it's good. I like the atmospheric the atmospheric take that they did with the year 1666, they fully utilized that year. I really felt like if I was watching kind of like you know, like The Witch or something like that, like atmosphere wise, I was watching like an old-timey like horror film, and I haven't seen a good like period horror film in a while, so this was really refreshing and really cool, and it really was good for them to kind of end on kind of a refreshing note and kind of like not be a slasher film and like kind of be a film about the devil, because at its core these films are about the fucking devil, because there is demonic demonic entities. They're dealing with the devil. They're doing sacrificing. They're sacrificing a bunch of fucking teenagers like a good horror movie fucking should. And it was really interesting. I really enjoyed what they did with Fear Street 1666, or with that storyline of Fear Street 1666. I like the old-timey stuff. I'm a sucker for people in corsets and shit and saying, "Oh, art thou with the devil in the moonlight?" I like shit like that. I like, as Kevin Smith calls it, Shakespeare. I like them doing their best attempt at Shakespeare, or like R.L. Stein's horror Shakespeare, and it works. It's fun. It's very fun to fucking watch. And my light just turned off, and that's very fucking awesome. I love when that fucking happens. So I'm going to turn on the light over here, and you know what's going to end up happening? I'm going to turn this light on, and this other fucking light is going to fucking turn on, and I'm going to get it and throw it out the fucking window for fucking doing that shit. Oh, you know what? This would be a good time to hear from our sponsors.
Welcome to the world of terror. When I'm not busy embalming bodies, which isn't often, I like to relax with some good family reading. Let me introduce you to my personal library of Fangoria, the leader in horror entertainment. What a fascinatingly hideous cover of Freddy Krueger. And devilishly candid reviews of the latest horror videos. And gloriously bloody color photos from the newest Friday the 13th. They're all here in Fangoria. Can I persuade you to subscribe?
This is Fango editor Tony Tupone asking you to enter the world of Fangoria. Only $12.49 for a special 6-month video subscription. Send check or money order to Fangoria Magazine, 475 Park Avenue South, New York, 10016.
Customers! Oh, let the dead bodies wait.
Okay, Harry, grab the bud, and I think we're out of here.
Right.
I want to drink your bud.
Hi, I'm Harry. So am I.
Well, there you are.
You are not gonna believe this.
This Halloween, replenish your Bud supply. Pick up Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Dry.
What's your bud type?
I'm Freddy Krueger, and you're invited to my special get-together. But beware, you may never leave. Dial this number now. I've got some grisly new tales for you. And if you're one of my lucky callers selected at random, you'll talk to me live while you're awake and safe. So dial this number now if you dare. Talk to me live. Freddy Krueger is waiting just for you.
$2 for the first.
And we're back! And guess what, ghouls and gals? The light decided to work again. And guess what's gonna happen to that fucking light? I'm gonna fucking hang it like they hung fucking Sarah Fear in Fear Street 1666! But yeah, ghouls and gals, I hope y'all are enjoying those fucking commercials. I'm really fucking enjoying them, so it doesn't really matter if you're fucking enjoying them, because I'm fucking enjoying them. I'm kidding, but yeah, I'm really enjoying those fucking commercials. But yeah, Fear Street 1666, I really enjoyed the first half of it, and I really dug that atmospheric thing that they did, and I really hope we get to see some more Fear Street movies, and they don't have to do with Sarah Fear. They can kind of do with other stories, because there's other books in the R.L. Stein Fear Street category. Let's move on to Fear Street 1994 Part 2, which was the second half of this film, which honestly, they kind of really sync these two parts together really fucking well. I really enjoyed how they did that. I mean, like I was saying earlier, I really enjoyed the way they cut up these fucking movies. I really dug the way they kind of weave in kind of the before and after storytelling. Usually I don't like that sort of thing because it becomes very fucking messy, especially in fucking horror films, but these horror films are able to do it very well, and I think it's because the source material makes it very easy for you to adapt to kind of do that sort of storytelling. So I really enjoyed that they did that. Well, look at me talking like an actual film critic. Who would have thunk it? But yeah, moving on to Fear Street 1994, Parte 2. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one too. It was really kind of a means to an end, and which in the best way possible. They were really trying to put like a nice, like, horrific bow on the end of this kind of like horror surprise that they gave us. And we finally get to see Nick Good be fucking bad. Sheriff Nick Good finally rears his ugly head, and we kind of finally get to see him be like nefarious and fucking evil and villainous and shit like that. And we have Dina and adult Ziggy from the second film. Now they're banded together with Martin from the first film, as well as the other little kid who's the little brother to Dina, the geeky one who kind of knows all about the lore about Seraphir and shit like that. They all band together and essentially kind of have like a Stranger Things moment where they're like copying Stranger Things season 3, and are like, we're gonna have a showdown at the mall, because again, this film started off at the mall, and it's only fitting that it ended at the mall. And so like I said, guys, remember, I'm gonna give you a second warning. That's your second warning. That's your second spoiler warning. We're going to be spoiling Fear Street 1994 Part 2, even though we already were spoiling it. I should have gave you that spoiler alert a lot earlier, but I gave you one before. So what the fuck? Get your shit together. Listen to the fucking podcast the right way. Alright, anyways. What ends up happening is we see Dina and the gang, which they really do become kind of like a ragtag Stranger Things type of fucking gang, and they go to the mall and they kind of they concoct this fucking plan to fucking basically do what they did in Fear Street 1978. This film is really good with the callbacks. This film really does, like, hey, you need to watch the one before this so you get what's happening here, and I like that they did that. So yeah, they come up with this plan that they're basically gonna like mix Dina's blood, because they're after Dina. Remember, in the film, if you have the blood of the person that they're after, they're gonna ignore everybody else and they're just gonna go for you. So they're gonna put the blood in kind of like this, it's like pig's blood type thing, like in Carrion. They want to dump it all over the sheriff and have all of the killers kind of go after him. And of course, that plan doesn't work out like every episode of Scooby-Doo. Come to think of it, this kind of follows the formula of Scooby-Doo at the end. They're just like, yeah, we're going to come up with a plan, a mismatched plan, and we're going to kind of throw a net over him, and we're going to trap him. And then, like, Dina's like, no, I'm going to fucking kill him. I'm going to kill this motherfucker. And they slowly realize that they have to kill this motherfucker, so Ryan Torres, the mall killer, and all of the other Funky Bunch killers can fucking die. And I honestly think that they ended it the best way possible that they could have. They ended it in a way that they left it open that there could possibly be another Fear Street movie, and that there could possibly be another, somebody else pulling the strings and not the goods and stuff like that. And because at the end we have an in credit scene, Avengers style, and we see somebody take that book. We see somebody take the Widow's book that we find out in Fear Street 1966 that it's from a Widow Mary who's the ancestor of the camp counselor from 1978. And yes, you have to watch all the fucking other movies because there's so much lore that like interconnects and shit like that. But yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed both halves of these movies. I really enjoyed the Fear Street trilogy as a fucking whole. I might even rewatch the whole entire trilogy for Halloween this year because I really enjoyed these films that much, and I can't recommend these films enough. I really recommend you Ghouls and Gals check them out because, hey, they're for free. Well, technically, you're already fucking paying for them, so you might as well fucking watch them. Don't waste some good fucking entertainment. Fucking turn off the fucking trash TV for a second and watch some fucking trash horror movies, alright? Because they're good for your brains, okay? Especially something that's as fun as I always forget which direction is as fun as this fucking movie over here. I really enjoyed Fear Street 1994, Fear Street 1990, 1978, as well as Fear Street 1666 and Fear Street 1994 Part 2. There's a lot of numbers in there that I got kind of fucking confused. I enjoyed all the fucking films. They're really fucking awesome. As a whole, I want to give the whole series like an 8 out of 10. It's really fucking fun. And this movie here, Fear Street 1666. It is the weaker of the three films in the trilogy, but it is still good. It is still a really good ending, and they still do kind of go out on a high note. They don't go out with a fucking whimper. But yeah, if I'm being quite honest, I did really enjoy this movie, but it is the weaker of the three. I think for me personally, it goes.
They went to Cancun. We went to your brothers in Poughkeepsie. They went to Cancun. We went to your brothers in Poughkeepsie.
This Halloween, find Monster game pieces in Pepsi products and Doritos brand tortilla chips. The right match can win you thousands of prizes, up to $1 million.
Hairs in the sink. The bad ingredients.
Look for specially marked packages. It could change your life for good.
You never take out the garbage.
Play Pepsi Doritos Monster Match for Monster Money.
Frank!
It's the greatest motion picture of all time, winner of 20 Academy Awards.
Sorry, our announcer seems to be exaggerating just a bit.
A bigger achievement than even Citizen Kane.
Well, that part's a direct lie, but it's awfully fun, and Elvira looks just fabulous.
Elvira, the motion picture in amazing 2D on NBC Friday.
Dunkin' Donuts is proud to announce we've created a monster. Introducing these hauntingly delicious minis for Halloween.
They're alive! Alive! The bang!
Minis are a fraction the size of our regular donuts, with a taste so great they'll attract very interesting guests to your Halloween parties.
More sprinkles!
Get
Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? We're about to get ready to stream the horror movie. Today we're gonna be watching Return to Horror High. Sorry about that. I had a few little like snags and snafus that I had to get into, and if you hear a little bit of an echo, it's because my headphones decided to grow legs and walk away, and I am having to play the film off of the same screen. So there's an explanation for that. So yeah, let's get this started. I'm ready. Are y'all ready? Let's get Saturday Night Horror Theater a go. All right. Hopefully it's not like too bad for y'all. Hopefully y'all don't hear an echo too badly. And cheers, Denise, cheers. Nice to see everybody here. Woo! Fun fact, George Clooney actually comes out in this movie. I think this is like actually George Clooney's like first film that he's come out in. Yeah, I want to say like this is like George Clooney's like first movie that he's come out in. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking money, Ari Pierce style. In 1982, a series of brutal murders rocked Crippen High School. The killer was never apprehended. 3 months ago, Cosmic Pictures went to town of Crippen to see what would actually happen. That sucks. Starring in pieces. That's actually pretty funny. That's pretty true. Richard Briscoe, George Clooney, Jorge Clooney, Vince Edwards, Alfred, Panchito Gomez. Hey, it's my cousin Panchito. Bum ba-da, bum ba-da, bum ba-ba. Hopefully they don't take this fucking stream down like on fucking whatchamacallit, like on Facebook.
How many?
Like, no, you cannot stream old ass horror movies. It's fucking against the goddamn law.
Count?
That's creepy ass music almost made me
sir.
drop my drink. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, for
where
sure. Yeah.
They're here. It's just... Well, not everything is attached, sir. We're short a few parts.
Parts?
This way, sir.
I think I got a shoe over here in the bush.
Greg H. Simmons, the pimp. Damn, they dropped Kool-Aid all over those sheets.
Jesus Christ. Put a lid on this as of now.
Yes, sir.
Just put a lid on it. Get out of here.
Let me talk to the survivors.
There's only one left.
Only one? My God, it's happening all over again.
They found like the cutest little like blonde chick to be the
Still
police
somewhat
officer.
shocked. Mr. Lyman? This is Chief Dana.
Oh, it took 2 people to write this shit.
I don't know. We were just making a movie.
Movie? There are 7
or 8
corpses laying out there.
I don't
What
know.
kind of a movie was it?
I don't know.
I used to know.
I'm scarred for life. Huh, she's like, I'm gonna fucking bitch slap this guy. I'm gonna give him the hand. I'm loading my hand.
I want every available man here.
It's really interesting to have to watch this movie the way that I'm watching it right now. Like, I'm watching it like in 3 different ways. Like, I kind of like have the screens kind of like multiple. Like, I'm on my flat screen right now, and I kind of have them like multiple. Like, I have one right here that kind of gives me the chat, the chat and like what's going on, and then this other one that I have over here kind of like is showing me what's going on in the movie. Josh, I'm sorry, Josh.
Josh, I'm sorry. I couldn't see through the makeup.
Oh shit, never mind, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, well, Oliver's over here, where he's supposed to be.
Who the hell is that? Stephen Blake. I was told to come to the set.
To the set, not on it. Blake's the real cop I told you about. He investigated the real murder.
Never mind.
Okay.
That's not what we wanted.
Mr. Blake, I believe you're going to be one of our technical advisors.
That's not at all what we
Technical advisors
wanted.
belong behind the camera.
I blame George Clooney.
Freddie, let's go.
Quiet! Let's do it again.
Oliver, your agent's on the phone.
Oh, Josh. Freddie.
Take 10, everybody. 10.
A movie about a movie. How about that?
Josh, I've got another scene.
No.
No, Arthur. No. But it has pace. It's not the movie you're making.
I like this movie.
I like this movie.
Do you? Do you like it? Or are you lying?
Peter.
Oh, Harry.
Close it back down, all right?
Your interview with that movie magazine.
Terrific.
They're on hold.
Listen, have you
Stay
found
up,
any
bitch.
local bimbos yet?
Not yet.
Well, stay on that. Who is this?
Her name is Sally Evans.
Hello, Sally. Harry Slirick. Harry Slirick. I'm the producer. No, this film is nothing like Babysitter Bastard.
Go to the movie.
Yeah, it was a good little movie. Uh-huh. Oh, absolutely. This film will be done in good taste.
That's cold.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just let it dry. Josh, we're ready.
Oh, there we
Those look
go.
great.
Robbie,
Yeah,
no
I fixed
exploding
it.
tit
Now I got the chat
Well,
right
very
here where I can
specific.
see
I
it.
said he
Oh
wanted
shit, they're showing some titties. Oh, I think they're gonna knock us off because they're showing titties.
No. You made them for me.
Too bad.
Okay, look. At least let me tear the nipple off.
Jesus, think of the audience. Do you think my mother could
Yeah, they're
watch
definitely gonna knock us off
Oh,
for
no.
showing
She
that
like-
titties. We're showing those titties.
This is not subtle.
Don't do that!
I always forget that every horror movie has tits, so...
Don't worry. You'll get used to it.
How long does it take?
Oh, about as long as it takes to
Hell
digest
yeah.
the caterers, though.
Hell yeah.
Watch it! Here, hold this, huh?
Hell yeah, titties. Titties.
Yes, it's all true.
5 minutes ago.
But yeah, I'm surprised that we're not getting knocked off for that, but those were a nice pair of 80s tits.
Excuse me a minute, production emergency. Too expensive. Everyone stays right
The
here.
80s, the
There's
glory
plenty of room.
years for
So we're
tits in
gonna be
horror
working
movies.
and living here.
That's just like Ken.
You're gonna turn this into an asylum, Harry.
Josh, it's nostalgia. Did you ever want to go back to high school, see what it'd be like?
No, not really.
I'm back, sir.
Hey, Josh, you got the lead in the
Yes, we're
series.
shooting at
Hey,
the
that's
very
great.
high school where
What is it?
Oh, it's an action adventure with some.
That guy has the most
ripoff of
porno-style
Miami Vice and
mustache of
Moonlight.
all time
Great,
that I've
when
ever
does it
seen in
start?
my whole
Tomorrow.
entire fucking life.
Tomorrow.
This other guy with
Oliver,
the white
you
hair
got-
looks like
you
he
got 4
fucking
more
deals
weeks here.
cocaine out of a fucking
Josh, this
Camaro.
is a series.
Hey, Oliver,
And
this is a
fucking
movie.
George
Yeah, low
Clooney
budget
looks
movie.
like he's a fucking porn star.
do this to
Like legitimately looks like he's
We
a
got a
fucking porn
contract.
star in this fucking thing.
We can sue.
No, you can't. That takes money.
Josh.
Oh!
No, Arthur. No.
The high school has been closed down ever since. And listen, Sally, I think you should know just one more fact for the article. The murderer was never caught or even identified. Sally, I really gotta go. I look forward to reading. And by the way, it was really nice talking to you, Sally. Sure.